Well, these vessels are absolutely critical to understanding how these places offshore work. So it allows us to conduct cutting edge research about how the resources, the fish and the mammals and everything, and how they're changing in the changing climate right now. It also allows us to expose people to some of these places that are far offshore. This Gray's Reef National Marine Sanctuary is 19 miles off the shore, off the coast of Georgia. And so it allows us to get in that place and really, bring some of the wonder and the beauty of this place that's unseen by so many people, bring it back to the communities that rely on a healthy Gray's Reef National Marine Sanctuary. It's amazing. This stretch of coast, really between North Carolina and mid part of Florida is really largely unmapped and undiscovered, unexplored. And so having vessels of this magnitude that will allow us to conduct the research is really, really critical. Well, having this vessel allows us to really study the resources in the area and better understand how the ecosystem is functioning. And that understanding is really critical to all sorts of jobs that rely on a healthy ocean, whether you're talking about commercial fishing or recreational fishing, or diving, or all kinds of things. So these kinds of the understanding and the research that we're doing is going to help the community that relies on a healthy ocean. This is a huge upgrade for us. This is one of several boats that we have like this in the sanctuary system across the country. The sanctuary system is 620,000 square miles of ocean. Gray's Reef is the only national marine sanctuary that we have off the coast of Georgia and in this stretch of coast. And so we're really excited to have this platform here to do this work right in for Gray's Reef National Marine Sanctuary. We're really proud of the work that we've been able to do, that the National Marine Sanctuary has really helped us not just understand Gray's Reef, but also to help ensure that its health and long-term health and sustainability. And again, as the climate is changing, it also is helping us to understand how things are changing. So it's not just this static sort of one-shot deal. It's also allowing us to keep pace and to really understand how things are changing. Yeah, national marine sanctuaries, they're much like national parks, right? These places are just incredibly important places for ecosystems, for our maritime heritage, and for the communities that rely on them. They are about not just protecting these places, but they're also about welcoming people in so that they can access these places, enjoy them, and protect them for future generations.
All right, yeah, so this is a 52-foot catamaran. It's all aluminum construction. So that's interesting. So this boat looks very different than a lot of boats around this area, and it's really going to stand out. People are going to know who we are when we're driving by with this big aluminum catamaran vessel. But this is a multi-purpose research vessel. John Armour mentioned earlier that this is a big upgrade for Gray's Reef. It is. We traditionally have had more scuba diving type platforms, and because a lot of our work is based underwater and we do a lot of scuba diving. But we have missed out on a lot of monitoring and other opportunities by not having things like a winch and an A-frame to do lifting and hoisting and towing. So this boat is capable of lifting 3,000 pounds of items off the bottom, or towing up to 3,000 pound instruments. And so we're very excited about that capability. It also has mapping capabilities. So we talked about the relatively unexplored and unmapped and characterized area of our continental shelf here off of the coast of Georgia. And so this vessel will be really critical at help filling in the gap of some of those areas that need to be mapped and studied so that we know what's out there, like other live bottom areas like Gray's Reef. And Gray's Reef is, when I say live bottom, is a patchy network of rocky outcrops that then form a carpet of invertebrates, of sponges and soft corals and so forth, and then that's what really forms the habitat for all the fish and sea turtles and that sort of thing. Other things about the boat, it's a tall vessel, so it's 25 feet tall. And that is purposely as well, so that, as you can see, we have an observation deck here, and this allows us to do surveys of marine mammals like North Atlantic right whale, seabird monitoring, other observational type things from this nice platform, this elevated platform. You can also drive from up here, so the captain can be up on top while we're doing operations and see everything that's going on. So again, a multi-purpose vessel. And then we have our mast here where we can put all kinds of instrumentation for weather and monitoring to keep real-time live information coming into the boat so we know what's going on with the sea and weather. So when we have rough seas, it makes it very tough to go out and do work. This vessel is able to withstand some greater seas. It's a larger vessel. So when the wind and waves are picking up a little bit, still makes for a little bit of a bumpy ride sometimes, but this vessel will be able to fare much better in bigger seas and that type of thing to allow us to get on the water more, to do work more often than we have been in the past. So we'll have greater amount of days each year to get out there. And with our changing weather patterns here, it can be hard to find those weather windows to get out on the ocean. This is federally funded, so this vessel was funded by our what's called PAC funds, facilities dollars that come through appropriations to the NOAA and the Office of National Marine Sanctuaries. And we basically started it a few years ago, so this doesn't happen overnight. We first began asking for the budget and requesting the funds and to do the work, and starting with designing the vessel, which would be the replacement vessel here at Grace Reef. So that process took a few years to go through of design, getting the funding, and then awarding a contract to design and build the vessel. So all in all, maybe almost 4 years of work to get that vessel here today. Oh my goodness, it's really a game changer for not only for Grace Reef and our staff, so our research and monitoring staff, our vessel operations folks, our divers are beyond excited. We haven't taken this boat out yet on an official mission, so we will start our first work in April on this boat. So we're incredibly excited, and I mentioned it's a game changer not only for us but for our partners, the universities, the state agencies that we work with, as well as private partners are all very excited about having this vessel here.
We don't know enough about our oceans, yet our oceans make up 70% of our planet. These are the people that are trying to make a difference, that are actively going out there and investigating and looking for answers and clues that make a better world. What a better thing to be involved in. I started diving in 1981. Every time I dive, I can go down and spend a 30, 45-minute dive. When I surface and come back up, I wait and then I go back down. The second dive, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 2 days, is a whole different world. We have no idea what's going on beneath the waves. So it's a wonderful experience to go down there and really try and learn from our planet. The key is every time we get underway, every person on the vessel is part of a new team. And we take that team forward with safety and professionalism out into the unknown. It's a privilege to be part of such a team and to work with this group of folks. It was something I expressed initially when I was interviewed for the job. So I look forward to representing the people from Georgia, my home state, and working with our staff at NOAA to find out more about our oceans and explore.